Want to land a consulting job in Canada? Keep listening. My name is Andrew with the Strategy Simplified podcast team, and today's episode is all about consulting recruitment in Canada for 2025. You're going to walk away with a clear picture of the Canadian consulting market, 3 recruiting power moves you can use right now, a salary preview, and some actionable next steps. To get the full toolkit, we've distilled everything into the 2025 Canada Recruitment Roadmap. Grab your free copy at the link in the show notes. And if you're not already subscribed, hit pause and take 5 seconds to do so now, so that you don't miss upcoming episodes. So let's do a quick market snapshot. Breaking into consulting in Canada means understanding how the market differs from the United States, the United Kingdom, or any other geography. Canadian firms place a premium on practical experience, so this includes co-op programs and internships. Diversity and inclusion also matter, so firms have dedicated tracks for Indigenous candidates, visible minorities, and newcomers to Canada. Bilingual skills, so English and French, are a big plus, especially for roles tied to Quebec clients and federal government work. Economically, Canada's growth is steady, fueled by natural resources, financial services, and technology. Major hubs are Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary. Specifically, Montreal is seeing outsized growth. It's a great place to target right now. For example, Bain is opening a new office in Montreal in late 2025. If you know how to align your background with these market priorities, you'll really stand out in the process. Now, let's move on to these recruiting power moves. Power move number 1. Showcase co-op and applied experience. Canadian firms weigh hands-on experience just as heavily as academic prestige. So highlighting those co-op placements, internships, and practical projects on your resume is key. But don't just list your experience like a job description. Bring it to life with metrics, specific impact, and use the CAR bullet point method. So context, action, result. That brings us to power move number 2. Prep for bilingual and cultural fit questions. The interviews test more than just problem solving. So fit interviews in Canada emphasize teamwork, adaptability, and experience working in diverse environments. If you're bilingual, you should expect questions and opportunities to showcase just that. Make sure to practice your stories beforehand. So this is out loud and ideally with a partner that you can go back and forward with.
Do you want to work for a fast-growing strategy consultancy? Stax is a boutique firm hiring now for multiple roles across its 3 U.S. offices and rapidly expanding London office. With top-of-the-market compensation, fast-paced projects, and the opportunity to be promoted quickly, Stax is an attractive place to start or continue your consulting career. So if you're looking for a consulting role in a rigorous environment, working side by side with senior leaders on engagements across industries and project types, Stax might be the perfect firm for you. Find open positions plus job descriptions and requirements at the link in the show notes or at stax.com/careers. That's stax.com/careers.
And that brings us to power move number 3. Note the timeline differences. So MBA and APD recruiting runs from October through December, while experienced high recruiting extends into February. See our consulting application deadlines tracker at the link in the show notes to give you a better picture and to see which firms have upcoming deadlines. Who gets hired in Canada? Backgrounds, the main ones are economics, business, math and stats, and computer science. These are the ones that dominate at the undergrad and master's level. MBAs in strategy and finance are also highly valued, and advanced degrees in life sciences or engineering stand out. Now let's talk target schools. The top feeders include Western Ivy, University of Toronto, McGill, UBC, Queen's, and Waterloo, just to name a few. Many top Canadian schools partner with management consultant to bring case prep resources to their students. If you're not sure if your school partners with MC, make sure to reach out via email at team@managementconsulted.com. Now let's talk compensation. Here's what you could earn in consulting in Canada in 2025. Now, these numbers reflect typical starting offers in CAD, so in Canadian dollars, and exclude relocation bonuses. At McKinsey, we're looking at about 85,000 base, reaching up to 95,000 total comp. Now, remember, these numbers represent max total comp, and performance bonuses are not necessarily guaranteed. At BCG, we're looking at 78,000 base, reaching 88,000 for total comp. Bain, 80,000 base, up to 90,000 total comp. And LEK, 75,000 base, with up to 82,000 total comp. Other firms like Deloitte, EY, and PwC fall into the $68,000 to $75,000 range. Salaries vary by city, so Toronto and Vancouver often pay 10 to 15% more than smaller markets. Now let's talk international hiring. Canadian firms are open to international talent, but you'll typically need sponsorship through work permits. So McKinsey, Bain, and BCG all sponsor undergrad, MSc, MBA, and PhD. Big Four firms lean towards MSc and MBA hires. Recruiting assessments follow familiar patterns. McKinsey's problem-solving game, BCG's chatbot case, Bain's SOVA test, and numerical reasoning tests at the Big Four firms. So here's your next step. Download the Canada Recruitment Roadmap through the link in the show notes. It's free, and it's packed with the firm-by-firm playbook we use to help candidates land roles across Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, and Calgary. You'll also find details on coaching packages, resume editing, and project-based experience that can really set you apart. Thanks for joining us on Strategy Simplified. Subscribe so you're first to know when new roadmaps, guides, and case prep content drop. Thank you, and catch you in the next episode.